You ever notice how EastEnders has this habit of dragging old faces back just when you've got comfy with the current lot? Well, the latest shocker is Max Branning strolling back into Walford life. I'll be honest, I didn't have that on my bingo card. One minute you're catching up with the Slaters, the next Max is tangled up with Zoe of all people. That's a pairing I never thought I'd say out loud. So here's the thing, Max isn't just drifting back in for a pint and a quiet life. No, he's popped up connected to Zoe, who's already got plenty going on. If you remember Zoe from back in the day, she's always had that fiery streak. And if there's one person who doesn't calm fires, it's Max Branning. The funny part is, their link isn't about flirting or dodgy deals this time. It's about family and about kids. Now, if you followed Max's journey, you'll know that's a sore spot for him. He's lost touch with his own children more times than we can count, and it's left him raw. So the fact that Zoe's story tugs at that exact nerve, it makes sense why he'd get pulled in. But let's be real, when has Max ever helped? Without everything going sideways, Zoe telling him to back off is almost laughable. Max doesn't do backing off. He'll convince himself he's right, keep pushing, and before you know it, bang, we've got drama all over again. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Zoe's cousin is Stacey. And you can already picture where I'm going with this, can't you? Max and Stacey are one of those soap pairings you can't scrub from your brain, even if you want to. Christmas Day 2007, their affair exposed in front of the Brannings. Honestly, it's up there with Dirty Den's divorce papers for pure soap legend. Fast forward to now, Stacey's got her kids, she's holding her own, but imagine her bumping into Max again. How would she react? I can't see her being all smiles, can you? More like a cold stare and a few choice words. And here's another thought, her kids are old enough to hear whispers, to ask awkward questions. If the Max and Stacey history bubbles back to the surface, that could throw her whole family life into chaos. EastEnders loves digging up buried secrets, and this one's just waiting to resurface. For us viewers though, you've got to admit, part of you wants to see that showdown. Not because it's healthy, but because it's iconic. Stacey versus Max, round 2. The big spoiler is that Max isn't done. This isn't some cheeky 2-episode cameo. He's here this week, then he's back again very soon, and then a proper return later in the year. That means the writers have a plan. They're not dusting him off for nothing. They're planting him right back in the middle of things. So where does that lead? Does Max try to rebuild ties with Zoe, even though she wants him gone? Do we see him wander back into Stacey's world and stir up the past? And what about his own brood, Lauren, Abby, Oscar? We've not seen half of them in years. If Max is back, you can bet the ripple effects will reach the rest of the Brannings sooner or later. One thing I've learned about Max, he doesn't blend in. He either breaks hearts, ruins marriages, or gets himself neck deep in some crisis. And that's exactly why he's both infuriating and brilliant. He's the sort of character who makes you shout at the telly. And honestly, EastEnders needs that spark right now. So I'll throw it back to you. Are you buzzing to see Max again? Or are you rolling your eyes thinking, here we go? And do you think the Zoe storyline is just the warm-up before he comes face-to-face with Stacey? That's me done for now. If you enjoyed this little catch-up, do me a favor, give it a like, drop your theories in the comments, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next round of spoilers. Because if Max Branning's on his way back full-time, we're in for a ride.